What is up, Sideways fam? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm in the shop with my Challenger RT. Got a lot of cars we're working on. Black cars everywhere right now. Actually, it's pretty funny, but I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into it. I got a brand new radiator. My radiator is leaking on my car. Just gotta do some maintenance. I don't know how hard this is gonna be, assuming it's gonna be pretty freaking easy. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. We're gonna start tearing everything off, making enough room to see everything of how we're gonna take it all apart, and we're gonna go ahead and get it done. Let's go. Hey, is that a Hemi? Yeah, that's a Hemi. Okay, anyways, let's go ahead and get this thing open. Alrighty, so I already replaced the reservoir because that was cracked and leaking. I thought that was the major thing. It was able to drive a hell of a lot better and longer with that, but I believe I'm starting to see some radiator rusty shit over here, and the only thing that's over here is the radiator. So I'm gonna just replace it anyways. I got a brand new one, Amazon special, nothing crazy, not even OEM Dodge. So what I'm gonna do, this one's really, really easy. All you gotta do is grab it, pull it the hell off. Mine just got some clips. That's off. We're gonna go ahead and pull the whole intake off. Looks like we gotta plug an ambient air temperature sensor off and some brackets probably for the intake to get that off, just so we can have enough room to see what's going on with the fan. Let me grab a light for you. Now, mind you, I am no Dodge boy by any means. I've never even really worked on this freaking car. Besides just really basic regular stuff. This just comes off. Got some clips. Just want to be able to see what I'm doing. So let's pull this one out too. That one comes off. Well, looks like from what I can see, we got some vents that come in to the AC condenser while we're driving. We got a radiator. We got some kind of bracket that holds the radiator, it looks like right here, with some 10 bolts on both sides. And then when we look down and in, we have a fan connector, big 14-inch fan. Radiator doesn't look that big. You got a hose on the bottom, hose on the top, which looks about right for what that is over there. So let's see how hard this is to do. I really don't think it's gonna be. Most people are sitting there and writing online that you gotta pull the whole front end off the car to get it out. I don't believe so. I've seen them drop it out the bottom. I got it on the rack. I do have a rack. We do have a bunch of Supras. We work on this kind of crap. Should be able to do this no problem. So let me get a screwdriver. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this off. We're gonna just unplug the intake air temperature sensor. That should be pretty easy. And looks like we got some 8 mils, got some 10 mils, and need some pliers. Let's go ahead and get right into that. Doesn't look too hard. It's pretty freaking easy. I'm gonna go ahead and unscrew the air filter. Maybe I can do a time lapse of this real quick. Get the intake off. All right, so real quick, let's check this out. So we got a thermostat housing right here below the intake mount. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that anyways because I do want to do a bypass on that because I want to not have to deal with bleeding it and opening the bleeder screw on the water pump. Anyways, so I do have a thermostat housing here. I'm gonna go ahead and be messing with the bypass on that. I'm gonna go ahead and unhook the main connector here. It looks like we have brackets on either side of the radiator. We can see one below the radiator hose right there, and there's one over there. I'm gonna try to drop the radiator with the fan on it. I don't think it's necessary to unbolt it and deal with that out of the car. We're gonna try to do it in the car. But I do need to somehow probably unbolt the AC condenser from the radiator because it looks like it does bolt together. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove these 10 bolts on top with a 90, and we'll just see how quickly I can get this done. We actually didn't have to pull the whole intake out because there's enough room to get to everything. So let's keep going. Kind of interesting, these 10 bolts, it looks like it just kind of holds and wedges the radiator actually in the place. Probably why they were talking about needing to pull like the front end off. But my buddy that worked at Dodge told me that we could just go ahead and drop the lower radiator support. It's like a couple bolts just to loosen it, and I'm assuming unwedge it out. So if you see, it's just kind of like a little fork looking thing. So pretty interesting. Never seen something like that before, but then again, I don't work on a lot of domestic cars. So you can see it's bolted together. And this thing obviously is like the little vent fan thing that goes on top to kind of just direct air in and out. Probably need to make sure we put that back in. It's not bolted in for some reason though. I have no idea why. And I do know that from what I saw, there's some kind of like a bracket on this down here. So we're gonna keep moving. Well, I'm definitely underneath my car right now, and you can definitely see that it is leaking. It's actually dripping from right here, and there's like coolant kind of coming out of everything. So definitely a radiator problem. So my buddy was right. I also noticed as well, it looks like the oil filter is totally leaking because there's nothing else that has oil over here except for this oil filter. And it looks like right around the seal. It's pretty gross. So we're definitely gonna replace that oil filter today as well, because that's pretty fucking disgusting. You can see those BC coilovers. I think I'm also, because we're already kind of doing this, I think I'm probably gonna do my cat delete. It's probably gonna be really freaking annoyingly loud, but it kind of smells like sulfur, but we'll go over that in a different day. It's actually a very well-designed car underneath. I'm actually really stoked on that. It's like almost like a Soar Supra style suspension, and a lot of room. So much room under this car. I've actually never even really been under this car. And yeah, doesn't look too freaking hard to work on, to be honest. Just kind of looking at everything, trying to make sure and see what's leaking or what could be leaking and just stuff like that. It's like they've got some valve cover gasket leaks, which isn't the end of the world. There's a lot of room to work on this thing. So anyways, everything else seems to look pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and I guess this is what my buddy was talking about. He was talking about us removing the 2 bolts on the side for the lower radiator support, which will basically allow us to, okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to remove this too. Stupid bracket. Gonna allow us to basically make some room so we can push it out and pull it back down. So maybe there will be enough room. I'm not really sure quite yet, but I'm gonna just on both the radiator support and drop it all down, and maybe that's what you have to do. I don't know, just gonna give it a try. Let's see. Pretty sure I'm gonna end up regretting probably pulling these out like this because I'm assuming there's nothing probably holding it, but they're 13 millimeters. You got them straight up. Why didn't it come out? I wonder if it'll fall on me or end up smashing me or hurting me. Well, last bolt for the lower. Well, the bolt is out. Pretty simple for that part. I guess when you just wiggle this, lift up and wiggle. Okay, that comes out there. Don't know if we're just stuck on this or something. Bracket, okay, yeah. Lower radiator support. Pieces out. You gotta transfer over the rubbers, obviously, so we're gonna pop those off and put those down there. And then I guess just gotta find out where the hell the condenser's hooked up to this thing. Oh, okay. All right, well. Okay, we got a 8 mil that bolts through. I'll actually show you where I pulled that out right now. So I dropped the lower out. There's a bolt that goes in right here. 8 millimeter, just got a screw there. I don't really see anything else up higher. So I'm gonna assume there's probably one on this side as well. Yep, we got one right here as well. Okay, hold on. I feel like Dominic Toretto right now. Toretto! Okay. Got 2. Same size bolt. I could have sworn that when I looked online. That is a second bolt right there. I got that one off. Oh, there's the last one. Okay. Now, I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to get that, but there is one up there. And I do have to pull the lower radiator hoses and everything off anyway, so maybe it's not that big of a deal. Got a clamp on this one. We'll have to double check and see how I can get that one off too. But okay, let me go ahead and do that. No. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, fuck no. Oh, well, that was extremely hot. Kind of burned. Yep. So I got stuck again because there's another bolt, if you can see it. Kind of hard to get my phone in there, let me see. There's one more in between those two right there, if you can see. There you go. So I'm gonna try to get my 90 in there and hopefully I can get it. Hold on. Well, totally ended up dropping this shit on my hand. So you gotta be careful. That is kind of a pain in the butt to get the condenser off. Of course, in my case, I think there's gonna be a better way of mounting this stuff together, but I'm gonna compare the two radiators now. Definitely could see we had an issue of the radiator just failing and being a piece of shit and cracking. Let me go ahead and lay them down with each other so we can just see the difference. And if there is any difference, there shouldn't be any difference. Okay, well, we have not that I can see. Let's go ahead and get the AC condenser off and see, or sorry, the fan off and see if it bolts on. Got freaking coolant in my mouth. Ugh. Once again, with the 8mm bolts for this, like I said, I don't think the radiators are any different. Looks like the rubbers might be different, but we're gonna possibly change those depending on how it goes. And then it looks like you just push this up, push it up and out. Cool. Transfer this over to the new one. All right, well, out with the broken and with the new mounted right. The thing's radiator was like 80 bucks, so looks exactly the same. Let's go ahead and get her back in. All right, so let's go back in. Okay. A lot of room. It actually isn't really that difficult, it looks like. Okay. Obviously, what I'm gonna wanna do is probably get that radiator support back in and then get the lower bolted up. So let's figure it out real quick. She's not really moving, pretty sketchy, but hopefully I don't fall and doesn't die. Oh, shit. I don't slice my hand open first. Anyways, we gotta get the condenser bolted back onto the radiator. So what I'm gonna do, hopefully I can, looks like this could do this. It's really hard to see. Okay. This definitely goes here. I'm probably looking at the back of my head right now, but of a choice. I'm gonna put the two bottom screws in just to kind of hold them in place. Grab my wrench out of my back pocket. Put a big old impact gun in there. Okay. All right. We're going the right way. Oh, come on. Man, this is not. Oh man, no, that's not good. That's not good. Oh man. Come on, dude. Come on. Of course, the other bolt obviously fell out too because it's not going in now. Yeah. Pain in the butt. Which doesn't seem too bad. Let's see if we can get it to fall in. Okay. All right. Oh, they're still not lined up on the bottom. Oh, shit. What is going on? What the hell? Okay. Okay, you got this one. What's this shit? One side in. Okay. I need the light. Why does this look like it's leaning? Oh, maybe because the top's undone? Come on. Okay. What the hell is going on? Okay, got those in. That was a freaking struggle. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the radiator hoses back in. I got the lower radiator support back in. It looks like everything's pretty much kind of in place. So let me make sure the top stuff lines up and the brackets go and hold the radiator in place. And besides that, we just gotta start doing the thermostat bypass and fill it up with some coolant. Should be good. Let's go.
The Ford ones.
It looks like we're hose clamp is somehow missing. And plug back in the intake air temperature sensor, and besides that, we just gotta fill the reservoir, make sure we don't have any leaks. I wanted to make sure and show this real quick. So this is a bleeder screw on your water pump. You're gonna have to open this and have the coolant come out in order to get flow up there on your system. So we have flow now to make sure the car doesn't overheat. So I just did all that with it running because I believe there was an air bubble in it. And even though I did bypass the thermostat, you do need to get flow going. So we do have flow now, it looks like, because I do see stuff moving in here. So let me go ahead and just run it and see what happens. As long as we don't get any overheating, the AC is running right now. We'll give her like a good 15-20 minutes. If she's good to go, she should be good to go. And then we'll check the coolant tomorrow morning and she'll be done. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Challenger runs really, really good. AC is charged, thermostat is bypassed, radiator is replaced, and the car runs absolutely flawless and amazing. Gonna be going ahead and editing the video here. Questions or things you guys want to know about, hit me up. Appreciate the interest, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, guys. Peace.